Hey cuties, I'm Lanikki and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. All right, this is Thursday and Friday of last week, which would have been the 15th and the 16th. I'm behind y'all, but I'm going to catch this up. All right, let's jump right into it. We see Nick and Nikki. Now, this really is about her judging Nick. They want him to be CEO, and I said, Nick, I don't know why you came back to the company, because she said she feels like he should hold the meetings, like, you know, he should be the one to speak and everything. And he's like, you ain't trying to make me CEO. She said, no, not right now. I want my position. She said, but at some point, and Nick doesn't want this. But anyway, so then she tells him the only thing now is like his personal life messing with Sally. And Nick shuts that down. He says, my personal life is just that, personal. And it has nothing to do with what's going on. And child, when Nikki said, so you're going to bring another Ashlyn Locke into the family, I said, now Sally is not Ashlyn Locke. Y'all need to stop it. And she said all the stuff she did, back in LA, when she was on the Bold and the Beautiful, all that stuff she did. I said, Sally has changed. And Nick said the thing about Sally, though, is that she's changed. She's not that same person. She learned her lesson, unlike what Ashlyn did and everything. But Nikki not trying to hear it, and Nick not trying to hear it either. I said, y'all didn't have all like when Victoria was dating Ashley and they brought him in, y'all had reservations, but you loved him, and so y'all really doing this to Sally, who is just dating him, and she was all for y'all company. And don't forget, she was the one who helped y'all cover up that Nick had killed Ashlyn, because that still ain't out in the public. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let's move on, because that was, Nick and them really ticks me off with that. Always looking their little snobby nose down at people. And I like Nikki, but she be getting on my nerves with that. And so, anyways, then Sally comes into the office and Nikki leaves, right? So Sally starts talking to Nick, and she tells him, she's coming up with her business plan, her concept for the interior design business that she's doing. And so she gives it to him, and he's like, okay, this is good. And so he starts talking business to her, and she was like, oh, I think it's so sexy when you're doing all this. And then they start getting all flirty and close and kissing. I said, ah, Sally was just in bed with Adam. She was with you. She was with Adam, sleeping with him. Then she went to Nick, sleeping with him. Then she went to Adam, and then realized, oh, it's over for us. And now y'all, they say they're taking it slow. I hope so, because man, get her sheets a minute to cool. But anyways, child, she hold on. I got to turn this down. She is she's all like, okay, thank you so much for all the help. And then she set her up some food at society, because she wanted to go, because she didn't know how Nick was going to receive her, but she's glad the way he did. And so she's leaving. So then Chelsea and Sharon are talking, right? So Chelsea and Sharon are talking, and she can clearly see something's going on with Chelsea, because she said, why didn't you go to the park with Connor? I know it's cold, but it's a beautiful day. So why didn't you go? And she's starting to retreat back into herself again. And so Sharon is just like, no, 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 don't do that. You need to live life. You got to get out there. And so that helps Chelsea. And so they see Victoria, and she says, before I do that, I need to finish making my amends. So she sits down and she talks to Victoria, and she makes amends for, what she did to her and what she did to her marriage. And everything with Johnny, and Victoria forgives her. But then Victoria says, I wonder, do you have ulterior motives? But she doesn't. Chelsea doesn't. But Victoria's always gonna be a little bit insecure about it. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna hold you long on that. Let's move on. So then we see Noah, Sharon, and Allie. And so they sit down, right? And you could clearly see that Sharon is wanting to tell something to Noah. And I said, dang, Sharon, can't you fake it till you get him alone for a minute? But anyways, he's bragging on how brilliant Allie is, because she's come up with some concept that'll allow Jabot to be able to save a lot of money, and do their, and she can't wait to talk to Ashley about it. And so then she gets a phone call from Mariah, so she goes outside, and while she's outside, Sharon says, Audra came by looking for you, but Allie is done with her phone calls, and so she hears this. And so Sharon tries to walk it back, and Noah looking at her like, Thanks, Mom. But anyway, so Allie tells Noah, "Do I need to be worried about anything?" I mean, because Audra is very, I can't believe how entitled and bold she is. I said, I can, girl. She can't believe her pretty self is getting dissed before you. Not that Allie is ugly, because Allie is a pretty girl too, but Audra is like, she thinks I'm fiery. I have all this chemistry and passion, and Allie is a wholesome good girl. That's the dynamic they're trying to play here. Like Noah is because she constantly tells him, you're gonna be bored with Allie. And I said, y'all don't know Allie, because she seems like if she has to, she'll speak her mind and say what she has to say. But okay, child. But anyway, she asks Noah, do I have to be worried about anything? And he tells her no. Y'all know Mila in the background, y'all know what it is. He tells her no, you don't have to be worried about anything. And so then she tells him, well, are you leading her on? Are you giving her any kind of signals that make her think that everything is could possibly work out and that she could have some kind of type of chance with you? He tells her no, and then she said, what's that look? And he says, well, she did kiss me. And she said, did you kiss? He said, I pulled away instantly. She said, well, did you kiss her back? Did you eat that food? Did you kiss her back? Did you do anything that, what did you do? And he said, I don't know. And so Allie is just like, do I need to be worried, Noah? He trying to tell her no, but I don't know, child. I liked Allie and Noah, but Noah is looking a little fickle for me right now. And so I don't like that y'all put this nice girl with some fickle boy. But I'm trying to tell y'all, I think they're underestimating Allie on this whole thing. So then we go over here to Summer and Phyllis. Mila. So then we go over here to Summer and Phyllis. And I don't care what y'all say. Summer is a traitor to me. Like, she has not had her mama's back at all. And so they up in society talking out loud because Phyllis is like, I was trying to protect my family. And Diane gets all this credit, even though everything she's done since she came back is lie. And I said, well, Phyllis, I've been on your side saying it too. But I also been the one, because I can be objective, and I said, leave it alone, Phyllis. Let Diane make this bed on her own. But you wouldn't listen, so you had to go and call Jeremy Starks, and now your relationship with your daughter is taking a hit because of it. So they going back and forth in the restaurant, and Adam is there too, and so he sends a drink over to Phyllis, and he tells her, she said, I didn't order a drink, but he sends it over. He said, if you want your conversation to be private, keep it down. And so she gets to talking louder, just being petty. I said, Phyllis, hush. And so, anyways, she and Summer go back and forth. And she said, so Jack said he would fire me, but it's up to you and Kyle. So what do you think? And Summer says, you're not showing any remorse and for what you've done. And so we fire you. And she said, really? You're gonna fire me? I said, yeah, Phyllis. I mean, even I knew they was gonna fire you, girl. And she said, all right, cool. Cool, 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 cool. And then Summer gets up and leaves, and she tells her mom, I hope this is listening. Now get your little butt on. Get your little butt on. Cause don't nobody need their child telling them, I hope you learn your lesson. Cause I don't know. Summer is just so, she just look, it's like she's such a habit now. Like, if you want to talk about somebody who marries into a family, and just, do you have a family that isn't Kyle's family? That's all I'm saying. Let's move on. So then Lauren and Michael come in, and Phyllis, she in her misery, and misery loves company. So now she wants to tell Lauren, that whole thing you told me about just sitting back and letting things happen where you were wrong. I said, well, Phyllis, you didn't sit back and let anything happen. You played an active role in it. So Lauren's advice was right. You just didn't listen to it. So she was not wrong. And so then she go in on Michael, and Michael is like, I told you so. I told you not to get involved. I told you to leave it alone. But she was like, you knew Diane had ties to Jeremy Stark. You're supposed to be investigating. Victor's team is supposed to be doing something. Phyllis was right when she said Victor's team can't do nothing, because they didn't find this information out. And he was supposed to have the top best. The truth be told, Nikki and Ashley's hands are clean because they really didn't do anything. It was a trio of people doing something, and the only person that got their hands dirty that actually did anything, that got down in the mud, was Phyllis. And so she's the only one that's really suffering because of this, because she did what they were all supposed to be doing. And don't tell me Nikki went to Los Angeles. I told y'all before that her little meeting with Deacon was just a mess. There was no reason for them to even put that on there. It was boring. It did nothing. I don't even know what I was. They were advertising it like it was, oh, Nikki and Deacon. That was boring. They barely had lines together. And then when she went to Forrester Creations, that was a mess too. Anyways, let's keep moving because they just tell Phyllis, I told you so. And so she leaves, right? But okay, so Sally had came in, right? And she talking to Adam and everything, and she telling him that her and Nick are gonna work together on building their relationship, but they're doing it slow. He said, I hope you're not doing it slow on my behalf. She said, baby, we're not even thinking about you when it comes to that. We're doing it slow because we want something that they want something that lasts, or just to take it easy. And she said she don't have really time for doing other stuff because she is focused on her new interior design. So baby, Phyllis had just told Lauren and Michael she got fired, and here comes Sally talking about, I'm gonna be going head to head with you because I'm starting my own. Chloe and I are starting our interior design company. It's a good day. I hope you guys are having the same. And then Sally leaves, and Lauren and Michael said, let's go and get a scotch and get a bottle and drink it with two straws. And Phyllis is like, are you kidding me? Because she's like, look at Adam. Adam has done everything. He's not even at Jabot. And I said, now, wait a minute. Because I was thinking the same thing, Phyllis. When is this boy ever at work? She said, I've never even seen him there, but he could keep his job and I lose mine. But anyways, child, that was the Young and the Restless for Thursday. Thank you for watching that. Let's move on to Friday. So we start off with Tucker and Ashley. And she's saying, oh, you want me to have my own company? What I need you for? He said, you don't need me for anything, but I think you should have your own company. You're a powerhouse and you're intelligent. She said, so is that what you want me to get away from Jabot so that you could take over? I won't be there when you try to take it over. And he said, and he said, I wish for once you would just trust me. I said, Tucker, she can't trust you. You knocking down Audra talking about trust me. Acting like you just so in love with Ashley and you sleeping with Audra. If you don't stop, but Ashley is smitten by Tucker. I don't know. I like him as Tucker. He's a wonderful actor to me, so I'm loving him as Tucker. But anyway, so she's smitten by Tucker. So she was like, I don't remember that picnic or whatever, but I'm about to go. And so she getting up and leaving and she smiling and looking back at her. I said, Ashley gone out the door. But anyways, child, then we see Billy up there with Chelsea. And I said, sir, what are you still doing up here with Chelsea? Oh my goodness. Are you serious right now? Like, you're still like, you're gonna lose your relationship with Lily. But I mean, it seems like that's not a priority anyway. So go on and be up here with Chelsea. They got popcorn. I don't care, y'all. It wasn't that much big of a deal. They got popcorn. Then Adam comes knocking on the door because he has gifts for Johnny. And so Billy leaves, and then Chelsea and Adam start talking, and they talk about everything that's going on and how she's made amends with people. She told Billy that as well, how she's made amends with people and everything. And then he says, I was wanted to talk to you about the holidays to see what you wanted to do. I know you want to do something low key. And she said, nah, actually, she wants to go to the Newman holiday celebration and everything. And I said, okay, then go on and go. This about to be a mess. It seemed like, but we're gonna see. So then we see Billy and Lily because she goes to society. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. We see Billy, Devon, and Daniel first. So we see them all talking and everything, right? And they are enjoying themselves. They're enjoying themselves because they've told Daniel we are ready to lunch. And so then here come Devon. Now Devon, I'll be riding for you. Don't do Daniel like you did Nate, sir. So Devon is like, you don't have someone in place. He said, well, I didn't. You can't make promises to people off. I think I might have this deal. He said, I needed to know. I've reached out to people. I let them know the concept, but I needed to know I had this deal in place before. You can't tell somebody I have a job for you. And then what if y'all had said no? Then I would have to go back to them and tell them I didn't have a job. It made perfect sense. And he said, are y'all regretting this? And Lily, always the peacemaker is like, no, 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 we want it. And then he just has to sell to Devon, I am here to, I want to help, I want to do this. And then he said, I want to do this, launch it in March. He was like, that's in 3 months. But Daniel was like, I'm motivated and I'm gonna get this done. And so they was like, all right. He said, I won't let you down. So anyways, I went back. So then we see after they leave with each other, we see Lily and Billy. He asked her to meet at Crimson Lights, and she said, "How is Chelsea?" Because she already knew he went up there. He said, "You said it with a little hostile." I mean, why would she not be hostile towards you, Billy? Every time this girl turns around, you are with Chelsea. And she was like, there are other people that can help her. She was like, you're becoming obsessed with this. And he don't understand it. And I know y'all don't really, y'all are like, Lily needs to understand that part. That's probably why I'll go for Lily so hard, because I'm like, why does she have to be so understanding? Billy is her guy, and every time she turns around, he's in another woman's face. I know Chelsea has went through some struggles, but there are other people, and he seems to be too involved in it. I like he getting on my nerves. I'ma just be real with you. He getting on my nerves, and so he finally tells her, okay, we'll do something after the new year. And I said, okay. And so she said, all right. And I said, all right then. If it works for you, it works for me, girl. So then we see Kyle and Summer, and they are putting the ornaments and no, he's come home. I'm sorry. He's come home, and she's excited and for him to be there. And then Jack comes in, and they say the how the everything worked out because they're speaking in code about Diane, the little marketing fabric crisis or whatever. And so Tracy is there. Y'all need to give Tracy a storyline. Stop using her as the Goodwill Tracy. She's gonna come in and soothe everyone's nerves. Oh, everyone can dump their problems on sweet old Tracy. Like, let Tracy have a life, please. Y'all can find her a man. Y'all could do something for Tracy. But anyways, she's there or whatever, but she tells them that she's gonna go and have drinks with a friend. But she was asking about ornaments and everything. Did Summer see, because Catherine had gave her some skates and she wanted to put it up, so she said, "Let me go and find them." So then Bill, Jack, Summer, and Kyle continue to talk about Starks, and they said they're gonna go over there and talk to him. I said, I don't know why y'all going over there, because Jeremy Starks don't give a darn about neither one of you. But they said they're gonna go over there and talk. So when Tracy comes back, she tell him, I'm about to go and meet my friend for drinks, and Jeremy and Kyle and Jack say, we're about to go meet Jeremy. Tracy leaves, of course, and so Summer says, y'all be careful. So then they leave. So then Phyllis is in her office cleaning her office out. You see her with a box, you see her with folders and stuff, putting it in the box. And here's Summer, Mom, what are you doing here? I said, see, this is what I be talking about. Summer, I'm trying to like you, girl. I'm trying to like you, but you working my last nerves, because you can clearly see this woman is cleaning out her office. And Phyllis is like, chill out. I'm cleaning out my office. Like, look, who, child. And why Summer keep wearing the same dress over and over? It is, y'all. This is the same dress. Look at the my picture on here. She wore it in the summer. She wore it a few weeks ago, and she has it on again today. Why are y'all doing her like this? And she's supposed to be over fashion with Marquetti. Anyways, child, let's move on. So she telling Phyllis, well, it didn't have to be like this, and I hope we can get together. And Phyllis said, girl, you fired me. That was a choice you made. You didn't have my back. She said, do you know how many times I defended you? And Phyllis said, when you have children, I guess that's older, she means. When you have children, because I know about Harrison and everything, but she's saying when you will realize that you get dirty, and you get messy as a mom, when you're trying to protect them. But some don't want to hear all that. And she said, and Phyllis is just like, everybody gets a pass. Diane been lying the whole time. I exposed her lies, but I'm the bad guy. I said, well, Phyllis, yes. Now I don't fault you, because you my girl, so I don't fault you for what you done. what you did. But you knew already that Summer, you might as well, she might as well have been born an Abbott the way she feels about them and how she's protective of them. And so, anyway, she said, but you don't understand about Harrison and how he's missing his DD. This was, I might be getting these episodes ran together because they saying the same things. But anyways, Phyllis doesn't care, and Summer, she tells Summer it is what it is at this point. She don't want to hear none of that, and Summer didn't show her loyalty, and she's upset about that. And so let's move on. Girl, you don't move my little screen. So then Phyllis goes to Crimson Lights, and Jeremy tells her, he tells her, stop fighting so hard to get what you want. Just relax. And stop trying to fight it and just let things happen as they happen. And I promise you're gonna start getting what you want. And Phyllis looked at him and she was like, good advice. It was good advice. I said, because that's exactly what Jeremy did. Jeremy set a few things in motion and he just sat back and watched it happen. He got exactly what he wanted, which is the Abbotts kind of having some kind of tension with Ashley. He's watching Devon. He's watching what's going on with Devon and Lily Nim and just putting it in Devon's ear. I would love to work with you. He's just letting little things happen and just slow walking it. But anyways, child. So then Daniel comes in and Phyllis is like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you." So they go outside and sit down, right? And so he tells her what's going on, and she says, nothing. Summer and I have mutually decided to part ways. And he said, now tell me the truth. And she said, it don't even matter. And he said, so you're free and clear? She said, yep, I don't work at Marquetti anymore. And he said, well, come work for me. And I said, okay, Daniel. They ain't telling Daniel nothing about what's going on. But she said, okay, Daniel, let me do that then. So she's gonna work for him because he was like, you were a hacker back in the day, and she was like, shh. And he was like, you're a gamer, you're into all this kind of stuff. I need somebody who would be able to lead the team while I focus on other things. And I said, perfect, Phyllis. Your day has turned around, and you and Summer can have whatever kind of relationship y'all gonna have. Just stay away from Jack. Stay away from trying to do stuff to be closer to Jack and stuff, because I can't see him talk to you bad no more, girl. Dang. But anyways, child, that was it with them. She gonna work for Daniel at Chancellor Winters. So then we go to Jack, Jeremy, and Kyle. They come to Jeremy's suite, right? And Jack walks in, and Jeremy said, well, come on in. And then they tell him, okay, you made Diane leave town because Kyle playing like he want to be rowdy, and Jack is trying to play the common sense. When I said, I don't know why y'all making pup Kyle try to get up in Jeremy's face, but okay, child. See, this what happened when you don't sit down. But it's like, okay, child. So he trying to get all up in his face, and Jack holding it back. He said, you ran Diane out of town. And Jeremy said, really? Y'all don't know where she is? Or did y'all help her, help hide her? And he says, my son isn't seeing his DD. And I said, don't nobody care about that. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care about it. And so then we see that Jack tells Jeremy, I'll make you an offer, and I'll give you some money. You turned me down before. I said, no, y'all need to stop saying that. He did not turn you down before. Diane turned you down to give Jeremy money. And Jeremy said, I'll think about it. I don't know, y'all. So then, anyways, they all get back together and they like, what happened? And Ashley comes in. Ashley said, what y'all talking about? And they was like, nothing. We were just talking about the ornament. She said, no, y'all got real quiet when I came in. And so she said, all right, I'm gonna go upstairs. I said, is Ashley gonna be listening? I don't know if she's listening or not. But then Kyle said he wants to go speak to Diane, go see Diane, because he knows she's so lonely on Christmas Eve. I said, what? And Jack's and someone like, she could be all right for a few days. Like, hey, if she stop being scared of Jeremy and you didn't have to leave town. I mean, it is what it is. If she wasn't scared of Jeremy, she would not have had to leave town. Y'all said y'all was ready to go to war. Y'all was gonna protect her. What kind of protection is this? She might as well have went into witness protection if y'all was just gonna throw her away in the Colorado. But anyways, child. So then Kyle said, well, I want to go see her. I said, all right, go see your mama. Lead Jeremy right to her because he's going to be watching y'all. And Jack tell him he don't think it's a good idea, but y'all know Kyle. He going to do what he want to do. So then we see Jeremy on the phone talking about, It's gonna take me a little bit longer. I still got personal stuff to handle in Genoa City. I said that man ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. And y'all, that was Young and the Restless on a Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you for Monday's episode. Goodbye.